I think a lot of the design happens when you're not thinking. Like for me, design happens when you're unconscious. Not in a, I don't know what I'm thinking way, but, you can't think about design. I don't think that's how it works. It just comes to you, when you're not thinking about it. I'm Dasomm Choi, and I'm a lead designer at Yellow Goat Design. I studied at Griffith University in South Bank in Brisbane. I studied industrial design. As a matter of fact, I wanted to study dentistry. And just on the last day of application for universities in Brisbane, I told my mom, and I said, I'll be a dentist, and then I'll make a lot of money, and then I'll go and study design. And then my mom sat down and said, Dasomm, no, just go and do design. So I did design, which is the best advice my mom ever gave me. So I studied design, and in my last year, there was an advertisement for Yellow Goat Design designer position. So I've applied and I just got the job. So that was about 10 years ago, and I've stayed there ever since, and I worked really closely with Jersey up until last year. My family came to Australia about 16 years ago as an immigrant, and Jersey and Sandra really generously, they have offered to sponsor my visa through Yellow Goat Design. And it meant a lot for me that there was someone who wanted me to be in Australia, and second, that he really valued my design skills to want to have me in Australia to sponsor me. And what stands out the most about Yellow Goat Design is its uniqueness in design and its quality. And personally, I have left Yellow Goat at about 6th or 7th year, and then I went out and did some other things for a couple of years, and I came back. And during that time, I've gained other experience in other lighting fields. And that's when I truly realized how amazing Yellow Goat was. My favorite design at Yellow Goat will have to be Metal Storm. So that was an interesting brief. That came about in our famous Monday meeting. And, it's just like anything, sometimes your design could stagnate, it goes through a cycle. And I think it was one of those weeks where we all decided, it's getting a little bit boring in the design meetings. Let's just go and create something absolutely crazy. So the Metal Storm was in response to that brief. And that still to this date is my favorite design. Not all designs develop in the same way. Perhaps a couple of times we might start from pen and paper sketch into model to sampling, etc., etc. But then there are times where we see some offcuts and we'll have a great idea, which is the case for Indigo Phantom. Or we might start experimenting with digital printing in different type of materials, for example on clear acrylic or frosted acrylic, or the acoustic panel, for example, for Falling Horizon. So some of those things will just come from experimentation. Being a designer, I think you really have to learn to trust your guts. You have to learn to know that your visual sense and your gut feeling is right. Even when everybody else says that it's not right, when that that's gotta be yellow, that it's gotta be yellow, for example. And I think developing that sense of certainty takes a bit of experience, and that's something I had to go out and develop for myself. If I was gonna be anything else besides a designer, actually I would have been a dancer. Really creative dance. I actually did dancing when I was younger, and growing up I thought I'll be a ballerina or something like that. So I definitely would have ended up in the creative industry though, something creative.